get this game started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. A first down for the offense. Handoff to the single running back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
They'll ride the hot hand. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Smashes through. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Dances away from the heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
It's so hard for these DBs to try to match up with this guy one-on-one, the back end. He's just too big, and he's just able to run the corner out, out-muscle everybody for the football, and haul in the catch.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got rid of it just in time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. He wants to take the top off. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him. This guy right here, there's times where he flashes a little bit of that Nick Fairley ability.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Going for it all. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Rebels are flying down the field.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it from the gun. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Leaves it with the running back. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. They'll pass on the 46-yard field goal attempt and go for it here. try to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Going up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Thompson.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He's got his man, makes the grab. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the 3rd down aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a 2-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to Florida State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
On second down, just keeps firing. Feeling some heat. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Power football with the run.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back with cat-like quickness?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Kane. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Makes the catch. It's Kane. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. Open space at the 25. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
No running back on the field. 5 wide on 2nd and 1. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
On the return, it's Kane.
Return is brought down at the 31, and your Auburn Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And that's why, as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Offense getting set for 1st down. On the move. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. Handoff to the lone back. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the 1st half, they'll try to kick a field goal. No good. Looking for a little juice and energy with a field goal. You don't get it, guys. You're still down by 16. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. First play from scrimmage here in the 2nd half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got in the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this 2nd half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
Handoff from the gun. Keeps the legs moving. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll try the run. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd and eternity. Now the whole playbook, the short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Man, how about this offense deciding to run the football, be physical, find a hole, get downhill, Palmer, and get the 1st down.
Yeah, and it helps too when you've got a running back like this guy. He just knows how to fall forward and get those hidden yards. Big weapon in this offense.
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Tigers. And the stomping has commenced. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch called for and made. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive, just trying to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's 1st down. They'll give it to him again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They think there's room to run to the right here. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without scoring. They'll try to run for it. Touchdown, Auburn! And the route is on. These guys wanted to make a statement. The statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Unloads it downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
He'll pull it on the read. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Flushed through behind his pad. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Oh, look out, there he goes. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here we go. They'll go to the ground. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Auburn 37, Ole Miss 7.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Single back formation, and they give it to it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Keeps looking downfield. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
It's a draw. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. To the ground with the back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
At the 18-yard line.
They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass. You want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
They'll give it to the back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
They'll go to the toss. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right.
Time to take a shot. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. On the move. Runs through a tackle. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep.
They stripped it out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
The Rebels are threatening in the red zone. They'll go with a direct snap. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebel.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Firing to the right, complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
On second down, he'll fire. Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. Let's see what they've got on second down. And they'll take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us.